and gentlemen, welcome back to another Minuan's Movie Pass. Oh yeah! On this episode, I'm going to talk about the best movie arguments. Yes, those arguments that you're like, did they just take this from my life? They just plagiarized my life. This is my story. Like those arguments, I know you've seen those arguments in movies where you're like, yo, this is a real situation. This is not a fictional thing for this story. This is real. And I'm gonna talk about those arguments. So also, before I get to the whole transition thing, I have an album out. Instrumental album, it's dope. I did all the beats, all the music and things. It's on that link. So check it out when you get a chance. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. It's called Inner Sound. It's there. This is it. This is the whole thing. This is the whole situation. So check that out. Also check me out on MHART3000 on Instagram. And I'm keeping this. I'm not doing another take. This is it. MHeart3000 on Instagram there. And also MMPass3000 on Instagram. And let's get started. This one is I just watched the argument Fences, and this one actually made me I felt a certain way about this one. This one like it's like this kind of hit a nerve in me because I came up in a household where my dad cheated on my mom. And in the movie, he cheats on her. Spoiler alert, my bad. He cheats on her, and she finds out in the worst of ways. And she just, oh man. A woman that doesn't feel like she's good enough. It goes both ways. If a man feels like he's not good enough for the relationship, or a woman doesn't feel, it's just, that's the most hurtful feeling ever. And it's just, Viola Davis and Denzel, they both play these parts amazingly. And Viola, you just see the pain in her eyes. And that's the same pain that I saw in my mom's eyes. And so watching that movie, it just lined up too much. Like Denzel, his son was in the military, and then he had a son, and my brother's in the military, and and he had another son that did music, and I do music and arts and entertainment and stuff, and my brother, he's a Marine, and it's just, I was like, this is too close. And he just had this argument, man. It's just like he feels as if he settled, like he should have been doing bigger things, and she feels like she was being the best woman she could, and she was, and he said she was, and it's just like, oh my God, it's just, man, it scares you about relationships and marriage because you spend so much time with a person. You think you know them, you think you have this rhythm going with the person, and they go off and do something like that, and then it just flips your world upside down. Like, let me stop talking about this. I feel it in my soul. I feel hot. So yeah, Fences. That argument between Denzel and Viola Davis, man, it's, my God, it's just look at it. It's one of those like, ooh, it's intense. Marriage Story, the argument oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna do some spoilers. Hey, there might be spoilers in this. I don't know if you've seen it yet. You should have seen it by now. It's a great movie, Marriage Story, Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson. You should have seen it already. If you haven't, spoiler alert, just because I don't want people commenting like, you didn't tell us. Spoiler alert. But anyway, the argument in this movie, I'm talking seething anger towards each other. And the thing is, the build-up between them, before it happens, the legal allegations and the whole divorce and everything, it's just, man, it's intense. So by the time they get to this moment, you have chosen a side within this. You're like, I'm on her side, I'm on his side. It's anger and it's truth, and they both played this part to the T. And I'm telling you, you feel the heat off the screen. These cats are angry. They're going back and forth about just life and just being an artist and just being married and not wanting to get married at one point, and she goes in. It's just, It's a good back and forth, man. And then at the end of it, it's just, it feels so real. And it also, at the end of it, she just, oh man, like he breaks down. Like a man breaking down is, I think, one of the saddest things. I mean, because women cry all the time. It's just a thing. It is. Women are crying all the time. There are women out there crying right now. Men, we don't cry as much, and when we do, we sound ridiculous because we don't know how to properly cry. We don't have a good cry voice. Like women have been fine-tuning they've been fine-tuning their cry sounds, and men, we haven't. We hope we take in the anger and we push it down, and we don't do anything. And then when it comes out, we sound our face. We have a proper cry face. The voice, it just doesn't match up. It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, I watched. What movie was I watching? I was watching Nat Turner with my girl, and the slavery and just black people getting mistreated. It was in my chest, and I felt it building up like in my neck. I was like, I'm gonna cry, and I was like, hold it down. And then the one thing that always makes it come out. She saw it in my face, and she said the words that messed me up. She's like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" And just came out. So anyway, Adam Driver, he cries in this at the end of the argument, and it's just him. It's not even the cry for this argument. It's crying from the argument. It's crying from his childhood. It's just, you can tell it's like one of those deep-rooted cries that he's just been holding for years. And you can still tell they love each other because she consoles him a little bit afterwards. After they argue and, they apologize. But it's just like oh my God, the argument is just, whoo. So yeah, Marriage Story. Definitely check that. Matter of fact,
you're being so much like your father.
Do not compare me to my father.
I can't believe I have to know you forever!
Oh, you're fucking insane.